Advanced technology plays a vital role helping companies adapt quickly, stay agile, and best serve their customers in an increasingly digital world. The pandemic may have catalyzed digital transformation across the globe, but continuous digital transformation is not easy. With the accelerated pace of digital transformation, progress can only be made when we push relentlessly to innovate, improve, and advance. Hello, listeners. I'm your host, Rangoli, Communications and Content Manager at Analytics Insight, and I'm in this conversation with Mr. Ramesh Jampula. Mr. Ramesh, who is Vice President IT India and APJC Regional CIO Dell Technologies, and we are here to talk about how the transformative power of technology can help businesses build the digital foundation needed to be ready for what's next. Hi, Ramesh. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Rangoli. Likewise, excited to be part of this conversation.
Thank you. So, I would like to start this podcast by asking you to tell us a brief about Dell and how it is helping customers to become digital first.
Absolutely. A little bit about Dell Technologies to start with. We at Dell Technologies create technologies that drive human progress. And we do that by offering end to end solutions that enable endless possibilities for our customers. The industry leading products and solutions that we offer range from PC, laptops, servers, storage, and to innovations in multi cloud, edge, telecom, and as a service. We are primarily headquartered in Texas with operations all around the world. We are ranked number 28 on Fortune 500, and we have 130,000 plus employees globally. And most importantly, Dell Technologies serves 96% of Fortune 500 companies, and that's an exciting milestone for us.
Yes. Yes, it
Absolutely.
is.
And the second part of the question is how are we helping our customers to become digital first, right? I think what we
Exactly.
have seen is in today's ever-changing economic climate, digital
Mhm.
transformation and innovation are vitally important to empower businesses to become digital first and become intelligent enterprises for the future. At Dell Technologies, what we believe in is helping our customers stay competitive by enabling them to future proof their business. With accelerated adoption of digital technologies, we believe IT infrastructure is at the front and center of any organization in enabling them to support the strong workforce, continue to focus on business continuity. By harnessing the transformation power of technology, businesses can actually build a very secure digital foundation. That's what is needed to be ready for what's coming next. So in my mind, Rangoli, that's what is driving who we are and what we believe in a technology transformation that will help our customers to become digital first.
Yes, absolutely. And I think surely technology and advancement go hand in hand, right? Yeah. So thank you so much for giving this brief about Dell and how it is actually helping customers to become digital. Now, on that note, could you please tell us what are your opinions on digital transformation to enable future businesses growth?
Absolutely, Rangoli, and I think we are living it every day. In my current role as a vice president IT, leading the supply chain transformation, as well as in the regional APJC CIO role, one of the biggest components is how can we continue to accelerate digital transformation. And
Mhm.
digital transformation, in my mind, is essential for business growth because it helps organizations on a few things. Number one, it helps ensure that the organizations are keeping up with the latest technology trends. Number two, it allows organizations to reach new markets. And number three, it also allows organizations to improve operational efficiency. As a result, I believe that the businesses can gain a significant competitive advantage and drive top line growth by transforming both their operations and processes into a digital format. In addition to this, I also believe that the digital transformation can help companies improve significantly on customer satisfaction and loyalty while reducing the costs. So I think the benefits are immense, and we see that digital transformation is a key component of enabling future business growth.
Yes, absolutely. I think not just me, even our listeners would agree to that. Okay, so Now that we know your opinions on the digital transformation and how it is helping the future businesses growth, now moving on to my next question, which is how can emerging technologies like IoT, multi-cloud, edge, AI, ML, they are helping in this acceleration? What are your views on that?
I think definitely these are some of the key technology trends that we see are driving digital transformation from a future perspective. We believe that going forward, multi cloud will take the center stage for every industry's digital transformation, and it represents the future, which will be the foundation for this data centric world. The approach of data driven outcome is only going to increase. And we believe at Dell Technologies, we are obviously the largest storage solution provider in the market. And we are also one of the largest data protection solution providers as well. So that combination, coupled with the exponential growth in the data, sets us up right into that multi cloud play. And that's what we believe is one of the key accelerators, right? And the other aspect also is as cloud offerings have evolved, I think enterprises have also increasingly adopted multi cloud services rather than relying on a single cloud provider. And these multi cloud environments enable organizations to pick and choose among best of breed solutions as they decide where their applications and workloads should be run. As well as in a multi cloud era, Dell Technologies primarily, I think, is positioned at the center of our customers' journey by delivering steady stream of innovations to help customers manage and protect their applications both across their data centers and multi-cloud environments. So I think more from a multi-cloud perspective, Rangoli, I believe that's where the industry is heading. And that's where some of the offerings that we have at Dell Technologies fit right into that aspect. The other
Yeah.
couple of things that you also mentioned is Edge and AI/ML. We continue to see significant investments on those areas as well. Even within Dell Technologies, we work extensively on our supply chain transformation, our factory as an edge concept, where we are invested heavily, and we are continuing to invest on AI/ML models to drive deeper insights on various business aspects. So that, in my mind, is the key aspect and the key tenet that we are also focused on. I would also round it up with one thing, Rangoli. Recently, we
Sure.
have also announced our offerings on Project Apex at Dell
Okay.
Technologies.
Okay. Okay.
And what Project Apex is all about is how our customers can provision quickly infrastructure, scale on demand, and pay as you go across entire multi-cloud, multi-edge, and multi-data center environment. And this is primarily going to help our customers consume best of breed Dell technologies as a service, unlocking the flexibility that they need to adapt and thrive. So that's an offering that is we see immense value and potential in the market, and we expect that you will continue to see growth in that area.
Absolutely. I do believe that, we are living in a data world, right? Data is everywhere. And yeah, it was like very informative how you explained how the technologies like IoT, multi cloud, Edge AI, ML is helping in this growth. So, and also the introduction of Project Apex that you talked about. So, I think that is something our listeners should really look forward to, right?
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely, Rangoli. Yes.
Thank you. So, which brings me to my next question, and that is what are your views on the emergence and importance of as a service model?
Wow, that fits right into the Project Apex that I was referring to. But
Okay.
let me take a step back, Rangoli, and see why organizations all around the world that are going into digital and digital transformation in order to modernize operations, foster innovation, etc. Why do they even need an as a service model? Why are things moving away from a capex or a capital expenditure centric model into an
Mm-hmm.
operational expense model, which is opex?
Mm-hmm.
So traditionally, what you have seen is companies would invest in capex, which is infrastructure that includes all of the server, storage, network,
Right.
etc. And
Right.
the CIOs will build that infrastructure upfront, and then that services the entire organization. And as needs increase, you tend to increase your infrastructure. That was the traditional model, right? And that's how we have that always got classified as capital expenditure.
Right.
Gone are the days, because companies and everybody wants the flexibility to not necessarily buy the entire infrastructure upfront, but they want the flexibility to be able to increase or decrease as the need arises. And that's the whole premise of as a service model, where you are able to buy infrastructure on a need basis, scale up and down seamlessly, very quickly, and
Mhm.
then be able to convert this capital expenditure into an operational expenditure that can be managed on an annual basis rather than a cost that is spread across multiple years as a capital expenditure. What we believe is, as I said, Apex, right? And that's the Dell's IT as a service model, right? Where our customers can come in and buy breakthrough portfolio of products from Dell Technologies, which includes complete end-to-end solution, and be able to pay on the run model, on a consumption basis model. So that's why we strongly believe that this is where the industry is heading. This is where there is a significant importance for as a service model and a future market as well.
Right. So I think that's what makes Project Apex stand out, if I'm not wrong. Right?
Absolutely. And that is the significant benefit that we bring on the table to our customers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it is something, definitely, it is something that, it is something to look forward to. Now, so now I think our listeners would want to know what are some of the challenges that are faced for this digital transformation? What are your views on that?
I think Rangoli, it's a very important point and a very important question. A lot of times we think digital transformation is all about technology. Okay,
Exactly.
new technology alone won't necessarily deliver any business outcomes that you intend. What good is technology if it doesn't solve a right business problem? And
Absolutely.
and achieving transformation requires the strategic evolution of IT organization across your three important components, and that's people, process, and technologies.
Right. People, process, and technology. Okay.
Yes, then that's what at Dell Technologies we believe, that digital transformation essentially constitutes how you could strategically and culturally design your organization around people, process, and technology. And that to me is a holistic digital transformation approach, Rangoli. And how do we do it, and what are some of the key challenges, right, that we typically face when we go about doing across people, process, and technology? So one of the key components of making any transformation success is your people. So how do
Absolutely.
you ensure that with the changing technology trends, you have invested in your people in creating a very flexible, secure, and efficient work environment that enables them to learn, grow, and continue to stay invested is one big transformation effort in itself. And that is something that we have put in place in our culture, and we have invested heavily so that our people are enabled for digital transformation.
Okay.
Equally important is process transformation. A lot of times we want to take care of all of the business processes that are existing, irrespective of their need and prioritization, and we don't necessarily transform the processes. So what is an important aspect of digital transformation is how do you evaluate the opportunity to transform your processes globally if possible, if not at least regionally, so that you don't necessarily duplicate a lot of the processes cutting across. And that's a process transformation that is vitally important, and business teams have a very important role to play in this. And enabling all of this is our technology transformation, right? Whether you use multi-cloud, whether you use AI, ML, IoT, blockchain, or you come up with technology that enables people to work in a hybrid mode, etc. All of those are technology transformation components that are the vital enablers of how do you
Mhm.
drive people and process transformation. So to me, all of these three intersect and together help drive what we call as the digital transformation of the future.
Okay, okay. I think that was a very well put answer and thought altogether, if I'm not wrong. And I think even our listeners would agree to that. That you very clearly you told us about what are actually the challenges that are faced for this digital transformation and how Dell is helping into it, right? Well, that brings me to my next question. New Year is around the corner. I'm having some resolutions, and I'm sure you must be having some resolutions too. And I'm sure our listeners must be having some resolutions as well. But what are some of the resolutions that Dell is going to take to help our customers in the tech industry?
Absolutely, and you're so right, right? I'm looking forward to my New Year resolutions, and I
Yes,
try try
absolutely.
my best to keep them up. So I think recently, very interesting that you asked this question. John Rose, our Chief Technology Officer, had shared what should be New Year resolutions for CIOs who are running IT organizations. And I would just list the top three that were called out in that conversation, right? And number one, managing the long term costs of cloud and
Okay.
deciding nature of multi-cloud edge architecture will be among the top CIO priorities for 2023.
Okay.
The second one is how can we empower our customers and partners to align their cybersecurity strategy across the data center, clouds, and at the edge. That's the second important aspect that we are looking at from a 2023 perspective. The third thing is how can you determine quantum safe cryptography risks for the organization and establish the early skill sets to take advantage of quantum computing. Those were the three things that our CTO had called out as potentially the 2023 New Year resolutions that CIOs and IT organizations could be looking forward to. And we obviously are looking into these aspects at Dell.
Absolutely. And I think these are very exciting resolutions for all the lovers of technology to, look forward to. And I absolutely agree. So I think it's good to know about all the three resolutions that you discussed. Now, which brings me to my next and last question for this podcast, which is what are some of the future goals of Dell? Here we are with you with Dell, and we already know what Dell is, but what's more? What else can we expect?
So, Rangoli, I think I would like to touch on two things on this question, right? Number
Okay.
one is one of the key focus areas for us at Dell is our innovation, research, and development. The amount of effort and investments that we put in to ensure that we are continuing to deliver powerful technology that is tailored to our customer needs from future. That's what
Mhm.
pretty much drives our focus areas, right? How do we ensure that we are able to bring together trusted partnership and end-to-end IT solutions that enable us to accelerate digital transformation for our customers and organizations at large. That's pretty much the kind of problem statement that we want to focus on when we talk about innovation and future focus at Dell. The
Okay.
other aspect is, as I said, there are three key components like Apex offerings is one of the major focus areas where we are trying to bring comprehensive solutions such as cloud services, data backup, data storage, cyber recovery, hybrid cloud, private cloud solutions, including AI optimized solutions that are totally customized to the needs of our customer. That's one of the focus areas from an Apex perspective. We
Mhm.
also have a project Alpine which we have kicked off, and what it is intended to do is how can we demonstrate a software storage space combined with public cloud services that offers a very simplified multi-cloud delivery that is very consistent in its experience wherever the data resides. And that is
Okay.
the other thing that we are working on from a project Alpine perspective.
Okay.
Then there is also something called Project Frontier, which is another initiative to solve customer challenges at the edge. So, what this Project Frontier will deliver is an edge software platform that simplifies operations, optimizes edge investments, at the same time secures edge estate. So overall, if you look at it, like across Apex, across Project Alpine, Project Frontier, and the kind of focus that we have on the multi-cloud infrastructure that we are coming up, all of these are the future focus areas that are currently being actively worked upon from a Dell perspective.
Yes, I think it's great to know the initiatives and projects, and hearing from you about all these thoughtful and people centric projects. It's really nice to know that you're planning onto something so great. So yes, that brings me to the end of this interaction, and I think these were all great answers that that you've answered all the goals and all the technologies that Dell is going to introduce. So thank you so much for connecting with us today, Ramesh. It was a pleasure to have you here with us today. And thank you so much for such an enlightening interaction. And I do hope that not just me, our listeners also enjoyed from this conversation as much as I did.
Thank you, Rangoli. It's absolute pleasure to share my perspectives on this call. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.